He was a failure. He was a monumental failure. The first year, 2015, we signed Revis back. We got Marcus Gilchrist and Buster Screen and Antonio Cromartie. We drafted Leo. And we had Wilkerson and Sheldon Richardson and Snacks Harrison and all these guys. Right? So we had a good year. We brought in Brandon Marshall. We had Eric Decker. Oh, man. Fitzpatrick. And the magic of all that got us a pretty good year. But as is standard for us, we ended up losing in the last game to Rex Ryan's Buffalo Bills. Little, yee, take that, Jets fans. Like, that's how it goes, right? Yeah! This is when the Colts had Peyton Manning waiting there because he didn't come out the year before because Parcells, our brilliant head coach, decided not to tell Archie Manning he couldn't guarantee that he would take his kid first. It's just the stupidest thing. You know, history could have been totally different for us, Jets fans. But it's not. And it sucks because Parcells is one of the greatest coaches we've ever had, if not the greatest. So how can you complain? You can't. I hate that prison cell. I hate it. I want to yell. I want to bitch about it. But I can't because Parcells was good. Traded back. Got James Farrier and Dedrick Ward out of that one. That's what I think. Another one is free safety in Buffalo, which I don't think it's all that realistic. But again, if they have to cut him, you throw him a 5th-round pick and you get Jordan Poyer. The rumor is that his wife hates Buffalo and is looking for a move as well. That's the rumor. Hey, everybody. So what's happening? I'm happy that you guys are here. I've been looking forward to this all damn day. So thanks for coming. Thanks to the early birds. They were in here chatting for a while now, man. So I'm sorry I couldn't pay attention the whole time. I was popping in while we were setting up. And I'm grateful, man. This is super cool. And I'm excited to do this one. This was your decision. We had just about 170 votes. And it was very clear. I think almost 70% of you guys chose this scenario for this week. So I'm looking forward to it. A couple of things. House cleaning. The new podcast dropped this morning. I want to thank everybody for popping by the premiere. That was awesome. It was such a great time to hang out with you guys while that's being shown for the first time. I like that. So I'm just grateful, man. I'm really happy that you guys were able to be there, and thank you. Another thing is, as I said in the podcast, I'll tell you briefly here, I'm putting affiliate links. If there's a lot of research that I've done for tricks and shit to do this, to start a YouTube channel and do all this stuff, I'm putting those in the description of the video on YouTube, and I'm also putting them in the pinned comment. So if you guys need help with anything, I've done a lot of the work, whether it's microphones, cameras, all that kind of shit, tripods, but also some apps and stuff like 4K Downloader, which is how I get other clips into my videos and all that. So anyway, I'll be putting that up there for you guys as well. So let's do this. Let's bring in our co-host for the day. Let's bring in Jets by Jimmy. This is Jimmy, also known as Asylum Reaper from the Weapons Hot radio show. Let's say hello. What's cooking there? Good looking.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Man, I'm rocking. This is I'm psyched. This is what, the podcast? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You got a chance to watch it?
I did.
Well, awesome. Well, thank you.
My favorite part, obviously, I love the Jets talk, but when you're talking about, because I'm just kind of getting started in this type of stuff myself. What's up, Gary? We don't know, like, just starting out, we don't know what's out there. Tech changes so much, and to have like that initial part where you're talking about what you use and how you can keep costs down and stuff like that, then it really helps out the smaller guys like me. So I appreciate that. Rock away,
cool, man. Yeah, well, that's good to know because, I'm always cautious about annoying you guys. Like, I don't want to start talking about all this other shit, but it's like I said, I've done honestly, like 2 years of fail research. Like it's usually with me, it's buying shit products and having them break and then going, okay, I need to do, you know what I mean? So anyway, I've done a lot of that work. So hopefully it does help, you know? So one thing I want to tell you guys too, the Jimmy and I are going to do our best to read to read as many of the comments as we can so we can get your guys' opinions and everything. If there's something that you want to say, that you want us to see rather, the super chat thing is available. I passed the threshold, and so I can do that. As you guys remember last week, Greg Tarr gave me my first super chat ever. So just like you guys are more than likely familiar with a lot of other shows out there, I passed the threshold and I can receive super chats. So if you want to do that, by all means, it's appreciated, but also it'll guarantee that we see a comment rather than fucking pasting it 35 times in a row to try to make sure that we see it. That tends to piss the crowd off, doesn't it? If people are like, hey,
and then the all caps, everything in all caps.
Yeah. So exactly. So there are ways to do it that are a little bit more well received. Super chat would be one of them. So all right, let's pull up the screen. Let me say hello to some people first, actually. So Terry Monroe's here. The Machine was here early. Joe Montori was here early. Followed by let's see, who came in with those guys. Lucas came in here nice and early. Millennials for Free Speech is here. Matt L's back. Joe Montori, like I said. Curly Norman, Pop War 629 is here. Steve Becker, Rockaway Archie. I got to see, is that Rockaway Beach or is that Rockaway, New Jersey, Archie? You got to let me know. Those are two places, two different places, you know. Derek's here. Everybody. Gary Borriello. Let's see. Who else? You got Armin's back. Bill Sabak. So many of you guys, dude, and I'm really appreciative. John Amarella, Steven Cycle, Broadway. That's how it's said. You see that? There's a question mark. Broadway? Don't fear, Broadway. We're not keeping Sam Darnold. I'm telling you right now. I'd be blown away. Away. Strickland, E-Rock's here. So if I didn't get to you, I'm sure we will. Jeff Seawald, I see all you guys. Jets Vagabond. But thank you for being here. I'm going to go ahead and pull the simulator up in just a second here, and we'll get going. If you don't remember what we're doing, you like that? Oh, he says Rockaway Beach. Nice.
Sorry.
Thank you. No, that's good, man. I would have fucking never. I forgot I even asked that. So this is good. You guys will get to know me, man. I'm my brain is very sieve-like. I'm like, hey, man, tell me what happened, and then I move on. And I'm like, you start telling me. I'm like, what are you talking about? You know. So that's how it goes sometimes with me. I'm burnt is the word we used to use, Jimmy. In my circles, in my time frame, we used to go, oh, that guy's burnt. And that's me. I was called burnt for many years. Burnt. Yeah, it's my brain. So the scenario for tonight, guys, that you guys voted on is we traded Sam Darnold and pick number 34 to the Carolina Panthers for pick number 8 overall. And I saw in the comments before, I believe it was Lucas, was talking about he thinks that you would probably need pick 23 to move up to 8 and a third even, I think, if I remember correctly. But here's the thing. I did the math with the Johnson value chart, which is really considered the standard in many respects. There are others that I hear other guys are starting to use, but that one's still the standard. And if you value Sam right around the 25th pick, like the end of the first round, it works out within a few points for 34 to get you up to 8 with the 25th pick. So that's how you got to look at it. Now they'll negotiate and it'll be whatever it is. But just so you know, it's not just a made-up number. There is thought behind it, and it's close. So this is realistic. It can happen. And from what we understand, there are rumors out there that it might happen. So the Carolina Panthers are an interesting one because don't forget, Matt Rule was entertaining being our coach. He actually accepted the job until Mike McCagnon tried to force Adam Gase and Greg Williams down his throat as coordinators. Fucking stupid, man. But all things are good now. Look at E-Rock. Thank you, E-Rock. Sending a $3.99 super chat. Thank you. Congrats, GreenBean. Chase or Smith if they fall to 8? Well, you're going to have a chance to say just that. If you guys watch my podcast that released today, I do best case scenario for the Jets offseason from my perspective. I did have this pick, and sadly to say, E-Rock, I did not choose either one of those men. I know you know who I chose, but it's pretty. But anyway, those I'd be happy with either one of those guys at 8. So let's do it. So I'm going to start the simulator, start getting prepared on who you want to take, what position. But hopefully you guys are in a trading mood today, because I'm going to share with you that I am. I'm in the mood to get nasty today, man. Let's maximize this thing and see what we got. So I'm going to hit play here. I already made the trade. As you can see here, the Jets have 2 and 8. All right, here we go. Look at that. Look at this. We have one trade offer, Jimmy. The Miami Dolphins want us to move back. They're willing to give us pick 18 and pick 123. This is a dream scenario.
Yes. Definitely.
It's a dream scenario.
For sure. To move back one spot. Dolphins want Penei Sewell. Dolphins want to tackle.
And they're afraid that the Cincinnati Bengals are jumping them.
Yeah, in this scenario, I'm not saying that the Dolphins should take it. I think they got who was the left tackle they drafted last year? I forget his name, but he was drafted it.
Austin Jackson.
Jackson, that's right. So in real life, I don't know if the Dolphins would actually be interested in doing something like this, because they know if they were eyeing Penei Sewell, then they know that we're not. They know that we're going quarterback. So I don't think they would do this, but if this trade offer pops up, that gives us 4 first-round picks.
Yeah, and here's the thing. There are some people in the chat saying that this seems unrealistic. Here's the thing with this. Now, when you're talking about the number 2 overall pick, right now I want to let you know, in the real world, Joe Douglas is going to be receiving calls. He's going to get a call from the Cincinnati Bengals, and he's going to get a call from the Miami. He'll probably call the Miami Dolphins and say, hey, I just want you to know that the Bengals, I'm about to trade with the Bengals. So if you want, so they would probably say, all right, we'll give you 18. And he says, well, the Bengals are going to give me their second this year, their first and second next year. So I'm inclined to take it. And they throw in pick 123 to seal the deal. It's not that unrealistic. This stuff happens all the time. Moving up in the top 10 of the draft is an expensive game. And if you want your guy, this is what's going to happen. So let me ask you guys this. Do we take it or do we not take it? Let's see. Terry's saying reject. It is real, though, Terry. It's real. This is a realistic trade. So
it's a realistic trade. I just don't think the algorithm within the draft system, I don't think it's a realistic trade from that particular team. Like, this is something that the Bengals would do. This is something that potentially the Eagles would do. But I don't think that the Dolphins would be in this position. But again, the algorithm is the Dolphins want a lineman, so they're going to try to move up to keep Cincinnati from jumping.
What's going to be real funny is if we take this trade, they're going to fucking take Jamar Chase. That's how this stuff goes. Yeah,
I say do it though, because it was presented to us as like we're taking this mock as if it's really happening. So I say take it.
Right. You can't start getting into phantom morals and stuff, and values, you know? So, all right, let's count them up.
Terry Monroe, Atlanta would probably do it too. Maybe. I don't think they have the cap space to try to take a number 2 pick, but we'll see.
Right. It's looking like, I mean, I'm counting them up real quick. Well, Anthony Vitterios, they might not do that, but I'm going to tell you this type of trade is going to happen. Whether or not we take it is another story, but it's going to be presented. Trades just like this, and it becomes a panic-stricken feeding frenzy up there. People overpay in these situations. So, okay.
The take-its have it because I've only seen 2 opposed.
But they made a good case, so thank you guys.
For sure.
I'm not even going to counter. I know I could probably squeeze a 7th-round pick out of it, but I won't, because they'll lose their minds on me. All right, here we go.
Like I said, it's not the trade. I don't think in this actual draft, I don't think the Dolphins make that trade. But the trade in and of itself is definitely something that is in the realm of possibility.
Correct. So look at that. The Dolphins did, in fact, trade up to secure Penei Sewell. So it's a smart move, man. If he's probably better there. He's not the greatest left tackle in the world. I thought he was a reach last year. But I haven't kept tabs on him, so I don't know. He might have had the best season ever, but I don't know. So
who are you talking about? You kind of froze up a little bit.
Austin Jackson, the left tackle that they took last year. I don't know if he could have had a great year, but I thought he was a reach last year. I thought he's going to take a few years to get into his rhythm. Mm-hmm. So they could bounce him over to the right side. He might even play better over there for a few years. He was
also drafted, I think. Where did the Dolphins draft? 15th, 16th, something like that?
Right.
So his first round value is way less. So you could more afford to move Jackson over to the right side. You don't want to have a right-handed quarterback and take your number 2 pick and put him on the right side. That's way expensive for a right tackle with a right-handed quarterback.
Right. And Sewell's better. I was talking about it in the podcast. I dug into him this week and I was watching. There's a series of plays where that guy pulls from the left tackle position and lead blocks on the right sweeps. So that guy is so good that he can smoothly and seamlessly pull from the left tackle position and lead block on the right side, man. That's insane.
I'm still here one second.
Yeah. So anyway, Penei Sewell is damn good. So what do you got? I'm going to show you guys the other trade. We have sliding back 3 picks to 6, and they'll give us a second-round pick for the right to do that. And then we have the Pats. The Pats want us to go back 12 spots. They'll give us their second-round pick and next year's first. So what are you guys saying? Let me check on you guys. Let's see what we got. You want to just take the quarterback? Look, so we have a choice here. Right now, Fields, Wilson, Lance, they're all there. They're all sitting on the table. But we have these trades. So the Eagles want us to slide back 3 spots. We could take that chance. And
can we look at quarterbacks?
Quarterbacks. You want to take a look at them?
Yeah.
This is what we got. They're all there, except for that Sugar Plum Fairy Trevor Lawrence. He's gone. We got Zach. Go on.
No, I just wanted to say I've been doing a little bit of research because we talk about Wilson all the time. We talk about Fields all the time. I've been doing a lot of work on Mac Jones. And that could be a steal, even in the late first, for Mac Jones.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy, I want to share with you, and I'll share with everybody publicly. I'm working on a video that compares Mac Jones to Zach Wilson now.
Awesome.
So it would be an interesting play if Joe Douglas fooled everybody into thinking he wants the guys at the top and his target is Mac Jones and he recoups 3 or 4 firsts, sliding back, and then gets the quarterback he wants. I don't know if that's real, though. So let's take a look at these trades, but it's interesting. So we have a choice. We take a quarterback now and don't play games, or we gain another second to slide back 3 spots, or we mess around with the Pats, the devil. We play with the devil. We gain next year's first and an additional second to slide back 12 spots. That seems a little too far for me.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? You want to take any of these? You want to take the Eagles trade? No way, Lewis. If Joe Douglas makes trades and gets us 3 or 4 first round picks and a bunch of seconds trading back, and he takes Mac Jones instead of Wilson, I'd be happy with it. I would. I'd be like, you know what, dude, the guy's on to something. His staff like Mac Jones. Let's protect him and give him tools.
Yeah.
You know?
E-Rock has a great point, is would they counter with next year's first? Now, that's a great point because at this, you're talking about a team that wants – the Eagles say they want to move up to the 3rd pick of the draft, and they're not offering another first-round pick other than swapping ours. I don't like that.
Yeah, so we would definitely counter. So E-Rock is suggesting that the value of this second is the same as the value for next year's first, and that makes a lot of sense. I would want to get an also pick. Like, so this isn't enough for my blood. 1 second. It's a nice second. It's an early second, but still, you know. So what do you guys think? Should we take the Eagles? Should we counter? You guys want to counter? We could mix it up a little bit, right? I saw that comment. Who said mix it up? Shit, somebody just said it, and I was breezing by. He says the Pats can kick rocks, Rockaway Archie. Yeah, I agree.
100% Archie.
Yeah, throw in the rest of your picks. I don't know. Somebody said let's mix it up, and I agree. And I apologize for
a trade down to 6 if you want Wilson or Fields. A trade down to 6 is very, very risky at this point.
Yeah, I think you'd end up with Lance. You got the Falcons are definitely taking a quarterback, and this is at 6. So who else is in our way here? Let me see.
And I don't want Trey Lance. I don't trust a quarterback. He had a great college career, but I don't trust a quarterback. We got an unprepared and unready Sam Darnold for playing 27 games in college in a stronger conference. And Trey Lance played 17 games in college in some 1AA school. So I don't trust it.
Hey, fair. So look, if we trade it back to 6, the Bengals are not taking a quarterback. They're not. The Falcons probably are. And I feel like they would take Zach Wilson. Because if you look on the board over here on the big board, Zach Wilson is above Fields. So that's just sometimes simulators do it just like that. So we would be safe. I think we would get one. So what do let's take a look. What's the chat saying, Jimmy?
It's mostly actually discussions on which quarterback to take, not necessarily trade. I say don't trade is my vote. I don't want to risk losing out on Wilson or Fields. And I think we might get one of the two, but I definitely lean towards Wilson, and I think Wilson's gone at 4 if we don't take him at 3.
Okay. All right. So we're going to turn down the trades, it looks like. Bill Cupp is saying go down. Only a few people are saying to trade down, it looks like. So give us your votes, your official votes. Let me put up the banners to remind them. Please vote only once. It gets confusing. When we're trying to count all this stuff, it's like sometimes we look and it's the same person voting, and it's
take the trade, no trade, take the trade, no trade, Wilson, take Wilson, trade down, slide for Mac, no trade, Wilson.
Yeah, we've decided we're not going to take the trade. Unfortunately, okay. I would vote to trade. I'm in the mood to play with fire today. But so we got a Fields vote. Just tell us which quarterback you want. Don't forget, we have pick 8 too, guys, and 18 and 23. So we're gonna have a party. We could do all sorts of shit.
See, we got a couple Fields, mostly Wilsons.
Yeah,
I'm watching, guys. Keep them coming.
Z-Dub, Angel Sosa with the cool stuff. I like when you guys talk like that. It makes me feel like I'm hip. Z-Dub.
I'm with it.
Yeah, E-Rock, we traded back with the Miami Dolphins and recouped. We didn't recoup, but we gained pick 18. You like that, buddy?
We got 4 firsts right now.
E-Rock fell asleep for 10 seconds, and that's when it happened.
Wilson, Fields. Oh, little Fields.
Yeah, Fields. Is it the same guy? Is it the same people?
No.
Okay, good. Prince Blunt Jones. Thanks,
Mac
buddy.
Jones. See, I like that idea. After the research that I've been doing, like Mac Jones is not. Think of Mac Jones. He's not a quarterback that you're going to find the it factor. Like Justin Fields is laser accurate. That's his it factor.
His ball is so nice too.
Yeah, man. Zach Wilson has a cannon. That's his it factor. Like Mac Jones is really good at everything, but he's not elite at any of it, I guess would be the best way. And that's not a knock on him. That's not a knock on him at all.
Just is.
Mac Jones is automatic. He is absolutely automatic, and he'll play the way he needs to play every single game in and game out. And the kid's tough too. So I like Mac Jones, but I'm going to go with the chat. I think we're taking. It looks like Wilson for this one.
Yeah, but it's funny because John Amarello has a really great comment, and I want to read it here. He said that Wilson is going to be playing with Manziel in the FCF in a few years. And you know what's funny? But it's funny, man, because I have a little bit of that feeling as well. I really do. I have that. It's not all the way there. I didn't like Johnny Manziel coming out. I really didn't. I was like, this guy is, but at the time he was really a mess with addiction, and I was an addiction counselor. So I like felt for him and anything, but I didn't like him as a prospect. So, but anyway, I do. That's a good comment. It's just something to consider here. But it looks like it's looking like Wilson, right? Is that what it looks like? It
is. I just want somebody to, and I've said this in the Facebook groups. Shout out to Kyle Donkersloot back in the house and wanting Wilson.
Donkersloot.
I love that name, guys. I'm sorry. I want somebody to tell me, okay, like I can give you the objective rundown of why Zach Wilson will be an amazing quarterback. Okay, I can show you the numbers. I can point to the intangibles such as his character. He's been a team captain almost his whole time there at BYU. He's no off-field problems. He does what he works within his community. Like, those are the intangibles that make a great player regardless of position. I have yet to hear anybody tell me what is a valid reason that he's going to, like, because saying he's going to be playing with Manziel, that's basically saying he's going to bust. So I want somebody to tell me why he's going to bust. I've not yet heard a valid argument. And I'm not shit talking or anything, guys. I just want to know what's your perspective on it. Let me know why you think he's going to bust. If you
the main thing that I've seen presented is just that the level of competition and their team versus the teams they were playing. It was like not even, you know what I mean? It wasn't even comparable. So when he gets to the NFL, it's going to be shell shocked. And so, but other than that, I mean, you can't prove that right now. But anyway, let's move past this pick. We can keep talking about it. So it looks like Wilson is the guy.
Correct.
Okay. All right, guys. We'll go ahead and take him. We're going to move on to pick number 8. Boom. There he is. There goes Trey Lance before Fields. Wow. There he goes.
Justin
Fields to the Lions. Look at that. Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle is the second receiver taken.
No.
So we have 0 trade offers. So I'm just going to say this right now. We haven't been able to do this since we started this Monday Night Mock. I am absolutely stating with confidence the pick should be Kyle Pitts. And you guys can have at it from there. But, dude, the guy is – they're talking about his season being the greatest season of a tight end in college history. He gained 7 pounds of muscle last year. He was already a great pass catcher. His problem was blocking, and that's what he worked on all offseason. Put on 7 pounds, raised his – average from 44 or whatever to 68 in blocking, and he's still working. He made it a priority. He didn't say, oh, I'm good enough just on my catching. He wants to be an all-around tight end. Oh, look at everybody with the pits. This is nice.
I don't think you pass up Kyle Pitts. Everybody talks about Trevor Lawrence as the generational talent at quarterback, which he absolutely is. Kyle Pitts is the generational talent. This is, and I get throw up in my mouth a little bit every time I say Gronk's name, but this is the new Gronk.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts is so good, dude. He's so good. If you haven't bugged out and watched his game tapes and stuff, you'll love it, man. He's so good. And his hands are so good, too. All right, so Kyle Pitts has a fan club in here, right?
Liking
I see Surtain. I see a little bit of Devontae Smith, Caleb Farley. But, yeah, you gotta get, if you're gonna take Zach Wilson, the first thing should be get him the best offensive weapon you can in the draft, man. That's what I would say. Get our Kittle, Terry Monroe. I'm with it.
Yeah.
So Corsello likes it.
And I love Devontae Smith too, and there's a reason that Devontae Smith won the Heisman, the first wide receiver to do it since '92. And there's a reason for that. And he's bad. He is bad. But Devontae Smith is not generational talent. He is elite, but so are a dozen other wide receivers in this draft.
Wait, what is Joe Corsello saying? Dude, really? 3 picks? What do you mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? I got to know. Darnold threw more picks in 2 games against – 3 picks. Okay. I thought he was talking about our picks. We're in a draft. All right, so it looks like I know. Strickland's making a good point. There's lots of wide receiver depth in this draft. Pitts and Freiermuth, after them, the drop-off is significant. There are tight ends I like,
yes,
but not like those two.
Correct.
Not like we were able to grab Freiermuth one time since we started doing this 2 months ago or whatever it is, but we have never grabbed Pitts. So, yeah, no problem, Joe. No problem. That's me. So we're going to go ahead and grab him, dude. You guys are awesome. Thank you for doing this. I feel like this is almost a gift. Yay!
So
let's see if Micah Parsons. Oh, there he goes. I was going to make a case for Micah Parsons.
GB, I was just looking some stuff up on our previous conversation and what you were talking about Zach Wilson, and I understand the competition that he played, right?
Right.
I just point to Josh Allen coming from Wyoming. Not saying that broke the mold and now you don't have to worry about small school quarterbacks or anything like that. But Josh Allen showed that he can be there can be exceptions to the rule. And let's not forget, now Zach Wilson didn't win all these games, but he won a majority of them. He played Navy. He's played the Utah Utes. He's played against Tennessee, Arizona, Cal, Wisconsin twice, LSU, Washington. And he's lost some of those games, but being in that and then being able to rebound from those losses says a lot towards his adaptability and his ability to go after new competition.
All right. Yeah, man. I'm with you. I'm just, we always have the X factor, the outlier. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The outlier is always around. But it's still a concern. And it is valid. It's like, but if you're saying it all comes down to pros and cons, man. That's why pros and cons lists are so good. And it's just you make a pros and cons list, and if the pros outweigh the cons, you do it, and vice versa. And it looks like the pros outweigh the cons.
And I like where would that comment go? Richie McDonald, Taysom Hill was from BYU, and he's awesome. I totally agree. That's one of the most versatile football players in recent memory.
Yeah, I saw that. Do you guys watch Gridiron Heights? Anybody watch that shit?
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's from Bleacher Report. It's like these animated things. They did a whole thing on
nice.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's on YouTube. Just type in Gridiron Heights. You're going to love it. You're going to fucking love it. I'm telling you. They're fantastic. So, look, guys, we are sitting at pick 18. This is the one that we got from the trade back with the Miami Dolphins. We have 3 trade offers. So our crosstown rivals, the Giants, would like to slide us out of the first round and give us their second, their third, next year's second, and 5th. That's a lot. That's a long way down, though, man. Let's see. 35 to the Falcons. They'll give us their second round pick. Is that still a second? No, that's a early third. And next year's second, but they want us to throw in our 7th, which I would love to keep, but it wouldn't stop me. So let's see what else we got. The Eagles want to give us they're not requiring the 7th, and they want to give us their 3rd a few picks later and their 2nd. So we have a few second-round picks. The Giants, 42, the Falcons, 35, and the Eagles, 37. Now, don't forget, guys, we have pick 23 coming up. So this could be a pick where you gain some capital for next year. You add a few more mid-round picks, like those types of things, or you take a premium player. So let's look and see. Pound salt, Joe Corsello says. I love that saying. I've been using it a lot.
Let me ask the chat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys believe that pick 18 is still worthy of replacing it with a future first round pick? Because I do. We might be getting into the right teams, like teams that aren't necessarily going to be picking top 5 or top 10. But I think if you're going to ask for my 18th pick, you're going to need to come with a 2022 first. Still at this point, I think once you get into the 20s, like the mid 20s, then I start entertaining more second round, like future seconds rather than a first. But I still think 18 is a valid position where you can get a valid elite player.
Well, I don't disagree. And I think the case can be made. Like when you look at this Giants pick, 42 is a long way down, right? But it also, they're giving you, that's 42. So that's a second round pick. They're giving you a third. They're giving you next year's second and next year's fifth. So that's 4 players, But, so anyway, the compensation can be met. I actually agree with you that a first would be in order. But these aren't bad value-wise.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
maybe I'm just. I'm a
I
miser when it comes to that.
Yeah, dude. I'm a first-round hoarder. If I can get 12 first-round picks, I would.
who was it that offered us? Who was it that wanted to move up to 3? Was it Philadelphia wanted to move up to 3 and no 2022 second or first-round pick?
Right.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. Beat it. So. Let's just take a look. I want to just tell you guys something. So we have both Caleb Farley and Patrick Surtain, 2 guys that we've never been able to get. I think one time Surtain slid. That was like ridiculous to like pick 34 or something, but that was silly. So Surtain is there. Caleb Farley is there. These are guys that we were never able to get, and these are premium guys. Both of them would be the best cornerback we've taken since Revis. You can argue that D. Milner was an equally touted prospect, but he was also injured. So anyway, I didn't like that pick. But you have everybody's here. Hold on. Shit. Sorry. So what are you guys thinking? We have some decent trades, and don't forget we can counter. Go on.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
But so we can use pick 18 to gain more capital, or maybe we can wait to 23 to do that, or we can grab one of these premium defensive guys. Let me see who the wide receivers are here. So we got Kadarius Toney still there. Joseph Asai is still there. You want to take Freiermuth and get a 2 tight end set that would rule the NFL for the next 5 years?
Steve Becker, edge is deep this year. I would also agree to take a corner. I like Surtain. I also like J.C. Horn. You'll just have to decide which one you like. If we decide, I think corner is actually taking the lead here as far as what chat wants to do. So you'll really have to decide because it shows J.C. Horn at 17, Patrick Surtain at 14. So I don't think either one of those are going to be available once we get to 23, maybe if we're lucky and the algorithm works with us. But you just have to decide which corner you like better, Surtain or Horn. Both are NFL pedigrees.
Or Caleb Farley. Don't forget Farley.
Caleb Farley.
Yeah, sure. Don't forget him. So and he's right. So that's the thing. Like we have an opportunity right here to get a true blue chip cornerback. Yes. Which we haven't had. Like, Jay, you guys know me by now. I'm edge over corner every day of the week. But this is one of those opportunities where you can get a lockdown corner where, it's a freebie. It's like Miami gave you a freebie. You moved down and got the guy you were going to pick anyway, and you gained this player. So
get Mo Bob. There's a bunch. He wants to look at edge rushers.
Sure thing. So you got Rousseau is still there, Joseph Asai, Owa, Phillips, Perkins, Basham, Jordan Smith, Rashad Weaver, Patrick Jones. They're all still there. Joe Tryon, Quincy Roche, Demukaje. They're all there, man. The only guys that are gone, let's see, who is it? Kwity Paye, obviously, right. And Ojulari. That's it. Those 2, there's only been 2 edge guys taken and no cornerbacks, right? Did we take a cornerback yet? Nope. No, yes. Melifonwu was taken, which is interesting. By the figures, the Raiders stepping out. So what are they thinking over here? Zone defensive scheme, Horn would be the best fit, but Farley and Surtain are just better overall prospects. Well stated. Let's see. Farley have the Virginia tandem in him and Hall. Well, Farley's Virginia Tech, isn't he? Hold on a second. Let me see here. Yeah, he's Virginia Tech. They're bitter rivals. bitter rivals, man. It's funny when, in the UVA, like I told you guys, I lived in Charlottesville, so we keep our eyes on UVA. That's all Charlottesville is. It's UVA. But they start every season with smashing this brick or whatever it is, and they all yell like, smash Virginia Tech or something like that. Like everybody takes a sledgehammer and hits this thing, and they all yell Virginia Tech, beat Tech, something. But
I was just looking at this as well. Patrick Jones is the Pitt defense is actually a 4-2-5 defense, so he is a down edge, like a defense more deep than an outside linebacker, which would fit better with what we're looking at. So I love that you guys want edge presence. I do too. I never want you guys to think that I don't, because we need it. But just remember, Patrick Jones is going to be huge in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Robbie Oak. Yes, they did. But that's the Raiders. That's what they do, man. That's what they do. So look, we're down to corner. I think we've turned down the trades, and I don't disagree, man. I'm very trade happy, but I think this is an opportunity. I think Farley or Surtain would be the smart move here. You don't get this opportunity all the time, and then we're talking about scraping up, mid-tier corners and hoping that they rise later, which is good. It's possible, but this is an opportunity. So just tell us who you want. Vote once, Caleb Farley or Patrick Surtain. Let's just do it right now and blast it. Angel Sosa says Farley. Surtain is not as athletic. So just give us your vote, guys.
Wow, the love for Patrick Jones, in my opinion, didn't look that good in the Senior Bowl. No,
he did.
He had a sack and a half at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he had a tackle for a loss and a sack and a half, so he's all right. Maybe he didn't light it up, but he looked okay to me.
But it's not. Yeah, you need to look past one game.
Yeah,
I would say look at
Horn
longer.
Oh, the Farley's got it, buddy. Sorry, go on, Jimmy. What'd you say?
Horn love. Oh, I was just saying, like, look at, like you expect your players to rise in a situation like the Senior Bowl, but just look at the majority of his tape, and not just the highlight reels. Just like go in and look at the tape, and he's definitely a day one starter at the edge position, especially in 4-3.
Yeah, totally. And
that's Joe Corso says get Revis.
Yeah, well, that's what we're about to try to do. It looks like. So it looks like Farley's got it, right? Again, guys, I want to remind you, if any of you guys want to make sure that we see your comment, like we're trying, but if you want to make sure the super chat thing is in full effect, by all means, we will make sure that we consider your words in that instance. So, okay, we should have traded with the Eagles, so we have 37 in the second.
Oh, don't be that guy.
I know. It's okay. We got Kyle Pitts out of it. We got Zach Wilson. Who knows? Who knows what would have happened? You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Franchise quarterback, elite tight end.
Yeah, we can't do that.
That's going to force Ryan Griffin and Chris Herndon to step up their game or be squeezed out. So
that's right. Especially when I trade a fifth for Kyle Rudolph, like I did in my video today, in my podcast. But anyway, okay. So it looks,
by the way.
Yeah, it's a good one, right? I'm telling you, because the Vikings can't afford them, dude. They can't. No. They can't afford a few people. Don't forget, 12 teams as it stands right now are over the salary cap. 10 more are less than 10 million under the salary cap. That's 22 teams are in big financial trouble. They can't do anything. They have to cut.
Only 4 teams are over 50 million. There's
crazy.
like another 3 or 4 that are close in the 40s, but
Mm-hmm.
12 teams negative, and I'll tell you what, they're fortunate that Breeze retired, and they're fortunate that it didn't hit the floor. I think the cap is actually at 181 million for this year instead of 176. So now the Saints will, I say only, but they still have to get rid of $65 million in negative space. I hope Ramchick comes available. Give me Ramchick.
Yeah, he's the one I think they're going to keep. But they have Lattimore,
Probably.
they have Michael. Dude, they have so much to do. You think Breeze? They're all talking about. Well, Breeze is going to trade. He's going to get his cap off. Dude, that's only 40 million out of 108. They still have 68 million to get rid of to break even. They're in trouble, man.
And then they still need another 8-9 million to sign a draft class.
That's right. So that's
forget free agency for the Saints. Forget
that's
free
right.
agency. They're not going to.
So they're going to be sellers, right? All right. So is it Farley, guys?
Yes.
Is it all right? Okay.
Yes.
All right, guys. Good choice.
It was close. Sertan
like,
came up, but
I like them. I like them both. That's the thing. I left this one to you guys. All right, let's do it. Bringing in the Virginia boys. There goes Horn before Sertain, but look at that. Look at that, guys.
Right next to each other.
Caleb Farley, J.C. Horn, Patrick Sertain. The whole draft, the whole NFL was paying attention to that right there. You see that?
I said they wouldn't hit to 23.
Wow. All right, look at this crazy-ass trade. So now let's not forget, we chose not to play games at pick 18. This is our last first-round opportunity to gain the capital that a first-round pick will garner. So let's look at these two offers. The Texans and their house of fools over there are offering us pick 67. How many picks is that sliding down? What is that? 44? That's 44 picks.
Yeah.
So they want to give us pick 109, which is a fourth, pick 122, which is a fourth, 2022 second and third.
You know what? That's sit in their mess for my vote. You sit in their mess you created.
Right. And look at this mess they want to give too. It's like, don't you guys remember you don't even have any picks. This one's a little bit more digestible. So they want to flip around. We slide down 6 spots, stay in the first. They bump us up 70 spots or whatever that is, 75 spots later from the fourth to that's the fifth. Was that a fifth? Let me see, man.
GreenBean, I'm going to say something to you that I have been cautioning people against, but at this point for this particular mock draft with what we have built so far, I know you're super into the trade. We want to get some trades going, but I'm with chat. I want Najee Harris at 23.
Ooh, okay. You guys want to abandon the acquisition of capital. I think we can get Najee if we slide down 6 spots. What do you think?
Look at the big. No. Oh, you already are. I was like, look at the big board for me, but you already were. And I'm like,
I'm staring at it. Yeah, he's not going to make it. He's not going to make it 3 more picks. So the chat is saying Najee Harris. Let me take a look. I'm not looking at the chat. I got to get that.
Guard at 23. Gitmo Bob. We have plenty of guards coming up really, really soon.
Oh yeah,
good ones, elite guards.
Elite guards and centers all over the place. I know. I gotta just say this.
We could not.
I'm morally conflicted with taking Najee. I mean, Najee Harris is the running back I want out of this draft. If any, that would be he's elite and he's a special player. But we have 4 firsts, so he's really he's our 4th pick. So it's one of those things. You guys tell me, what do we want? Like, let's do this first. Tell me what position do you want and the player you want. So if you're going to say edge, tell me the edge rusher you want. If you're going to say Najee, just say Najee Harris. If you want to go receiver, tell me the receiver, right receiver, and Kadarius Toney and Rashad Bateman. If you want to do the trade, say do the trade. We have a Steve Becker saying Tony. Like that's what makes it okay to me is taking Najee, is that we've already taken 3 players. We got quarterback, tight end, and cornerback in the first already.
Strickland,
So
how is it a waste of a year of control? Like, we would have Najee Harris on that 5th-year contract. I'm not disagreeing that a wide receiver having a 5th-year option is incredibly valuable. But we would have the Bama Bulldozer for 5 years, essentially, like their entire prime. Running backs are, 5 to 8 years, and then it's downhill. And we would have him for that in the majority of that time. Like, Najee Harris is a special running back. Like, that's the next Derrick Henry, is that kind of special.
That would be a fun pick. It would be fun. 5th-year option on a running back as opposed to more expensive position. Yeah, but it locks them up for that extra. First 5 years are the premier years for a running back, right, Jimmy? So it's like, before they
for that 5th year.
Yeah.
Let somebody else take him in the 6th year for, $23 million or whatever they want to play. Let somebody else do that down the road, but we have him for 5. And I've always said, GreenBean, you've heard me say this. I've always said that Najee Harris is the only running back that you could actually get me to say this stuff for.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't disagree. I want you to know he happens to be. I don't feel that way about Etienne. I don't. Yeah, as good as he is, to me, getting Gainwell or Trey Sermon, while they might not be quite as good, that's fine later. But when you're talking about Najee Harris, he's the one that would get me to do this. So we got a few trades, man. Let's take a look. Let's say the Pussy Assassin, which I just wanted to say out loud, is he has a good point. Take a look at the names of the running backs to win the Super Bowl in the last decade, plus offensive line wins Super Bowls, not running backs. And that's a good point. So let's take a look. Thanks, buddy. Let's take a look.
They're not mutually exclusive. So just because we take a running back doesn't mean the offensive line isn't getting looked at.
Right.
From quality perspective.
Hey, Jimmy, imagine a stout offensive line with a running back, huh? All right.
Harris behind Joe Thuney and Mekhi Becton and Deontay Brown, maybe a Creed Humphrey. Like that.
Yeah.
These things happen. Like that's what people they really get stuck on is if I take a quarterback, then I'm not building around that quarterback. And that's just not true because we have $100 million to play with. We'll have $100 million to play with, guys.
That's right. And let's take a look at how many picks we still have. We have a plethora. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 picks left.
And I say we'd be even in the pick 107 in that area, we can still find starters. We can still find day one starters.
Yeah. So it doesn't look to me like the chat wants to do it, though, buddy. I think you made a good case.
And I'll follow him. I just saw him staring us in the face, and it's like, wow.
Zach he's Wilson, there.
Kyle Pitts, Caleb Farley, and Najee Harris. Like, Pro Bowlers, 4. Boom, first round.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at the trade. We have quite a few people saying take the trade. So let's just take a look at it one more time. And don't forget, we can counter. We can slide out of the first, gain 67, 109, 122, and next year's second and third. Or we can stay in the first, slide back 6 spots, and flip 147 for 62, which is a nice jump. So what do you guys think? Which trade are you talking about? You want to stay in the first?
I think the trades have won that. I think take the trades have won that question. If we're taking the trade, look at the other one.
All right,
I
hold
forgot
on.
who
And
it
then
was.
we'll get to the super chat in a second, buddy. So the Houston trade is pick 67. They want our 7th too. We'll counter that out and see how that looks. Pick 109, pick 122, and next year's 2nd and 3rd. I know
Now,
it's
those
no
second
fun
and
to play
thirds are
with,
gonna those are going to be high picks.
Jimmy, but it does when you look at the end of your draft and you were able to set next year up. It's valuable. It's
Oh,
important
sure.
to be able to do. Right?
And that's what I'm saying is, like, I was joking around earlier saying let Houston sit in the mess they created, but remember those 2022 second and third round picks are going to be very early picks, very
That's
early
right.
round.
They suck.
They do suck.
All right. So what is the chat saying?
So far it's the Green Bay trade. Green Bay trade. Yep.
Oh, you know what's funny? They were all saying that trade GB. I thought they were all saying GreenBean. I'm like, these guys are all right, man. So let's get to the super chat real fast. Thank you, Anthony Vitorito. Hopefully I got that right. I am a Paisan, so I usually say these right. Vitorito, I think it is.
My family comes from Palermo, Sicily.
There you go. I know we're from Sicily too. We got some ties, as they say. Hey, how you doing? So, win in the trench, Barmore and Quinnen unstoppable. So yeah, man, I'm a big trenches guy myself. I'm all about it. It's so nice to finally have a general manager that actually believes the same thing, which is just crazy town. Think about how long we have absolutely ignored the offensive line. Ignored it.
Yep.
Like it's not even on the radar, which is the craziest thing. My fucking internet's glitching out. You guys seeing that? Are you seeing blips? I don't know what that is.
I always see in my chat window, like my face window, from StreamYard though. I never have it in Zoom or anything else.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen it. It's making me nervous. Dude, you don't even know, guys, how shell-shocked I am after closing our draft last week. I couldn't let myself go with it. I beat myself up all week. Yeah, I was upset. So now I'm seeing glitches. I'm like, don't you dare, motherfucker. All right. So thank you, Anthony. And I agree, buddy. I do. So I'm going to counter the Green Bay trade. Sorry, you made a great case for Najee Harris. I want you to know that. So let's see if we can throw in 147. Let's see if we can get a 7th over here out of him. What do you think? You want to try for something bigger? I don't think it's going to happen. Let's see. Let's see what we got. They declined it. Let's try the other 7th. If not, we will go to next year's picks.
Our Rockaway Archie says someone's trying to hack you and pick Harris. That's not, I swear. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I promise.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, all of a sudden, just Harry's like, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. Harris is there. Something must have went weird.
Ask for 178. I don't think Green Bay is going to move on it.
Let's see.
I like the Green Bay trade, though.
Let's try next year's 7th, see if we can get that out.
That'll work.
Oh, no, yeah, they're firm. So you guys want to take it? I'm going to go ahead. Oh, I almost fucking took the Texans trade. Okay, here we go. We're sliding back. Let's see what happens. I hope Wyatt Davis isn't gone. It'd be nice to get the best guard in the draft down here.
I agree.
Let's see who they take. Kadarius Toney, everybody. Look at that. Here go the receivers.
And he's there.
Hey, guess who else is there? Najee Harris made it too.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. That was a good trade. So we just flipped 147 for 62, got us back in the 3rd. Oh, wait, no, 62 is the 2nd, man. That's a late 2nd. So, yeah, so that's great, man. We got back in the 2nd round. This is fun, man. We're doing all right. So we have 3 offers, my friends. We have pick 29 and 188 to the Seahawks for 56, 129 next year's 2nd and 3rd. That is a pretty rich trade, man. The Panthers want us to slide back 5 spots. They want to give us next year's 2nd. I don't like 123 in there, though. 20 spots to flip 249 for 55, dude. That's serious. That's serious right there. That's a 7th to a 2nd. But we're going back to 2nd from pick 29. But we're at the end of the first now. That's where you want to do this stuff. So, chat, what are you thinking?
Now, interestingly enough, Terry, at 29, I actually want Wyatt Davis.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
all right. So what is the chat thinking here? Saquon. All right. Hold on. What's the next Jets pick? Okay. Hold on. Let's see here. Let me get out of here. So the Jets got 29, 62, 66, 86, 107. So we have 2 seconds, 2/3, a fourth, and then a whole bunch of other stuff. 2/5, the 6th, and a 7th, it looks like. Is 155 a 6th or a 7th? Hold on, let me see here. 155 is a 5th. All right. All right, man. You guys are fucking awesome, man. This is good, man. We're crushing it right now. We really are. We're crushing this. So we could let me look at the big board just to see where our guys are going to go before we do any of this. Hold on. So here's the big board. Wyatt Davis is going. Look at him. He's the top dog. So if we want Wyatt Davis, we got to take him now. So we have to let's take a look at the guards. Okay. You have Wyatt Davis, Trey Smith is sitting there, Deontay Brown. These are good guards, man. And I would not be like, so you have to look at it like this. So would Trey Smith and jumping from the 7th to the 2nd be worth more than Wyatt Davis? Or is Wyatt Davis's value more than Trey Smith in that trade? That's how we have to look at it. Or we could take Najee Harris.
Is he still there? Everybody's seeing him.
Oh, he's still there, buddy. Hold on, let me see.
Oh.
Where the fuck did he go? Did he get taken?
He's number 1. No, he's number 1.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, there he is. Sorry.
I thought we were looking at the big board.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm sorry.
That was the offensive big board.
I was. That was my bad, guys. So Wyatt Davis is still way down here. We still have a little bit of room. He's not going to make it to pick 66 though.
Or
62.
So
I mean,
I was thinking Wyatt Davis was the best available. I'm saying Najee Harris at 29, 100%.
All right, Jimmy's voting for Najee Harris at 29. The Cardinals deal is good. Take a running back in the 3rd. Davis, then get Basham. Trade it. Thank you, Shanav. My son says, hey, take Najee Harris. My son just popped in and said, hey, what is this? Man?
Smart man.
Smart man. Those 2 seconds would fill holes, but I want Davis. Thank you, Robbie Oak. Curly Norman says Davis.
Wyatt Davis will be there in the 2nd round.
Nah, I don't know if he'll make it to 62, though, man. We're at pick 29.
Yeah.
We don't have 34. Yeah. So let's take a look at the edge rushers. So we would think offensive line, Najee Harris is still in the conversation, or edge. I agree with that. So right now I'm thinking edge or offensive line, interior offensive line. So we have Joseph Asai, Jason Owa, Jadelyn Phillips, who I was looking at this week, Ronnie Perkins, Carlos Basham, Jordan Smith, Rashad Weaver, Patrick Jones.
Patrick Jones is bad. What are you talking about?
No, what are you talking about, Andy? He'd be perfect in this defense. Perfect. I love him, but I'm okay with taking a different guy. I am. Cards trade and target Smith. Gary Peters says, take Harris. Deontay Brown is a good consolation prize. I know. I agree. Jeff. Davis or the Cardinals deal does more for the team than a running back. Unfortunately, I agree with that. I would not be unhappy with Najee here because, again, it's our 4th pick. We gained a lot of capital getting here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with it. But I'm leaning towards just reaching for Wyatt Davis. It's a slight reach. It's not bad because he's not going to be there our next pick. That's what I would do.
And it's not bad because he's still the best guard in the draft. So,
right.
Like if you guys, and I'm kind of rethinking this. I've been a little mixed up when looking at the boards, but I'm okay with Davis. I just think getting a running back like Najee behind a rebuilt line would open up so many things.
Oh yeah. You give Zach Wilson, Kyle Pitts, and Najee Harris, and whatever receiver we're going to grab, be unbelievable. But so I want to tell you guys that all the centers are still there too. I don't think there's been a center taken. We have Creed Humphrey, Landon Dickerson, and Josh Myers are all still there. Consolation prizes that would make me very happy, almost as good. Drake Jackson and Trey Hill. So they're all there. The guards, as we said, Wyatt Davis, Trey Smith, Deontay Brown, Ben Cleveland, they're all there, man. So this is about to stop. Like the offensive line run is coming. Okay. Yeah. And after this pick, we have a long way to go. We have 33 picks until our next pick. You have a full round. Okay. So let's make some decisions. We can get Creed Humphrey with the Cardinals deal. Absolutely. If you want to go that way. And then we can move McGovern over. Let's take a look at it again. Carolina deal is okay. But this one gives us more.
Yeah, flipping that 249 to a 55, a 7th round to a 3rd round. Or 2nd round, I mean.
That's a 2nd round, yeah, man.
It gets us back into the 2nd round.
Think what that gives us, Jimmy. That gives us 49 and 55 before 62. So now we have 49, 55, 62. We could destroy the 2nd round.
I would take the Cardinals trade.
All right. Is everybody on board with the Cardinals trade? Or do you want Wyatt Davis? That's what we're looking at.
Trade. Bring Cromartie back. I love Cromartie.
Yeah, I love Cromartie.
I even still love the guy because he's still like he backs up the Jets.
Yeah, he does.
Social media.
All right, Cardinals deal, Cards, okay. Take the trade, okay to trade. All right, so we're going to do the trade. I'll try to get us a counter. Let's see if we can get a few more toys to play with here.
Let's try building 2022. How about that? Let's try building 2022. Like offer a 188, but then get like a 5th.
Let's see. I'm going to try. Let's try their next year's 6. Let's just see what they say with this. They got it. Look at that. So we just gained a 6. I should have tried a 5th, Jimmy.
I told you.
I know. But you were going to throw in 188 too. So anyway, it's good. It's good. So we took that trade. Let's see what they do now. They took Tevin Jenkins. There goes Harris. There goes Leatherwood, Asai, Jalen Mayfield, Zaven Collins, linebacker I like a lot, Asante Samuel. There goes Deontay Brown. Here goes Landon Dicker. Look, here goes the offensive lineman. Yeah, he got taken before Creed Humphrey, right? Did Creed Humphrey go? I didn't see him.
I didn't see Humphrey leave at all.
So you guys want to gain it next year's 3rd to move back 7 or 8 spots?
What's the board looking like?
Let's take a look. See,
Wyatt Davis is still there, man. I don't know if I would.
We got to take him, I think, guys.
Yeah, when he's 37th ranked and we're at 49.
Yeah, so Deontay Brown and Landon Dickerson went before Wyatt Davis and Creed Humphrey and Josh Myers. That's interesting.
We could double dip and get Creed next.
We can.
Maybe.
All right, so let's look at their big board to see Wyatt Davis this is the real one now. Wyatt Davis, look at this. We're at pick 49, and Wyatt Davis is rated the 37th best player, and he's still there.
Yeah, so it's almost unanimous. Everybody says take Davis.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to do that. We'll make this one quick. Wyatt Davis, see what we got now.
Come on, Creed.
There
Stay
goes
available.
Ronnie
Stay
Perkins,
available.
Terrace
Stay
Marshall.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You guys want Creed Humphrey? You want to get him sitting behind McGovern for a year?
Oh, man, pipeline right here, and that
was a great
very
trade.
well could start.
Hey, I want to just commend this board. I want to commend the chat because there was a legitimate cry, and I was there to take Wyatt Davis at 29. We slid back 20 spots, flipped a 7th for a second, got a 6th for next year, and still got Wyatt Davis. This is exactly what Joe Douglas did last year with Denzel Mims. Same thing. And it takes balls to do that, guys. So we could take Creed Humphrey. Let's take a look at the edge. I think Creed Humphrey's a deal. We got Jadelyn Phillips, Basham. I want to tell you guys, Basham is more of a 4th or 3-4 outside linebacker type. So I just don't know how effective he would be in this defense. Jadelyn Phillips would be great. Oh, wait a minute here. I'm not on edge. Jadelyn Phillips would be great. Patrick Jones, as we said, would be great. Joe Tryon's a similar player. So, we just got to think like that. If you guys want to get Basham, I'll do it. But my vote is against Basham. I'm okay with edge here. I would just vote against it because, again, it's not the right player for the scheme. You know what? I haven't looked into Jordan Smith, Parker.
Creed, then Jones. I like the way you think, E-Rock.
Yeah, we could do that. We could take. So let's see. I want to show you guys something here. So we have pick 55 and 62. Do you think Jadelyn Phillips, Carlos Basham, I don't know about Jordan Smith, Rashad Weaver, and Patrick Jones are all going in that spot? I don't think so. But I'll tell you who is going. It's Creed Humphrey and Jadelyn Phillips. They're going. So these guys are probably going. We got to get a receiver. We got to get some linebackers. We don't have any linebackers on this team. We have Neville Hewitt. If we re-sign Neville Hewitt and Terrell Basham, we have Mosley, who we don't. He's a big question mark. Blake Cashman's a big question mark. So we got to start thinking linebackers and receivers next, or at least at some point. And then we got to get a safety too. So edge.
What are the wide receivers looking like, GB?
I'm on Ross St. Brown, Amari Rogers, Tylan Wallace. Yeah, they're all still there. Nico Collins is there.
My guy,
Atwell, Seth Williams. I bugged out on Tutu Atwell this last week.
How'd you like that?
Oh my God, I love him. Dude, and it's funny because I'm down here in my, not anymore, but I spent the last 15 years out just outside of Miami. And he comes out of Miami High School, and a few people that are down here said that he's like the living legend down here. So Tutu Atwell's a big deal down in Miami. And so anyway, I even dug in on that. I found out some info about his high school stuff as well. So anyway, guys, my choice would be Creed Humphrey right here. I would take Creed Humphrey and then go edge with the next pick. But if you guys want to grab Jadelyn Phillips and then we can get Josh Myers or maybe even, look, if you want to skip the offensive center position, we can. I think we should come out of this draft with more than one interior offensive lineman, though.
I absolutely agree. I like Creed Humphrey right here. I think getting Creed now in this, because he's on the elite level for center, and he can swap around to guard. So if you like him learning the guard position and sitting behind McGovern for a year, he can play depth on the left or right side at guard too. So we can get him some game experience. But you want to get him in now with a rookie quarterback because you want that rookie quarterback working with him because of him being a left-handed center, how he delivers the ball. So you want to get that worked out between the quarterback and the center as quickly as possible.
And I agree 100%. I want to remind everybody that we have 3 picks in the next 11 picks. So we can definitely grab an edge. If you want to grab Jadelyn Phillips particularly, you would need to grab him now, in my opinion. So it's in my opinion, we should probably be going interior offensive line, edge rusher, and wide receiver right here. This is what we should be doing with these 3 picks from my perspective. If you guys disagree, then that's fine. But we can crush this right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want Jadelyn Phillips, I don't know if he's better than Patrick Jones, but the board is rating him that way. But that's up to you guys. So just vote for the player you want right now, and then here's the big board. Jadelyn Phillips and Creed Humphrey are at the top, and Basham. So those are the 3 guys that are going in the next 7 picks. We have 3 in the next 11. What do you got?
I like Joe Corsello's comment. Creed is a beast. It makes McGovern a mid-season trade bait. That is interesting.
That is interesting, Mr. Corsello.
Very good point.
Bad. And he says, pipeline, baby. I'm a big pipeline guy. You need to have, and this goes for all the positions, you need to have guys that are quality, that are not dependent on to start, so they can groom, and then next year when the other guys are going to leave, you don't have to re-sign them. These guys pop up into their place for cheap, and then you get comp picks for the big free agents. That's the system you want to get going. So we got Creed Humphrey or
Angel. I don't think Creed's going to fall to 62. He's already the 49th ranked player, and we're at pick 55 right now.
Yeah.
What's center?
Well, it all depends if you want Jadelyn Phillips. So that's I'm not partial to Phillips over Patrick Jones. But we've grabbed Patrick Jones every week. There's nothing wrong with it.
What's the center?
I got you, Ron. We're going to do it. Edge, then Creed. So Angel Sosa thinks Edge, grab Jadelyn Phillips, and then we're going to watch Creed Humphrey fall. Let me look at the centers and see what's backing Creed up here. Because I know Josh Myers is sitting there. We're safe, man. We got Drake Jackson. We are safe.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we can't make a move at center later on. I'm just saying that Creed Humphrey will not be there at 62.
Correct. I agree. And let's look at the wide receivers. Oh, we got a nice selection here, man. We got a nice selection. Woo! I'm excited.
I agree with Terry, Creed, then Edge. That's what I 100% on board with that.
You guys voting?
Creed will not be there at 62. Creed. I almost want to not take him just to prove it, but he will not be there.
Right. Let's just see. It's like it's painful when you're like one pick before you go, and there goes your guy. Oh, it's the worst.
Like we got him below his ADP right now. So,
hey, Prince Blunt is saying, okay, then try it. Have a sack, have some balls, go edge first, and see if Creed falls. I know, Brad Finkelstein. We got to make sure that we do not forget about linebacker. Creed's the best center in the draft. That's the difference.
Yes, that's exactly my point. Is I get it, have some balls, but when he's there, 5 positions past where they thought he was going to go, you pull the trigger. And linebacker, we still have Jabril Cox, one of my favorite middle linebackers in this draft. I love Jabril Cox.
Yeah, he's great. I like him.
I promise you guys, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be there at 62.
I got to stop blasting back these energy drinks like I do, man. I got to get a cup of fucking water, man. I'm like blowing them back like they're Diet Cokes. I got to cut it out. All right, so is that what we're doing? We're taking Creed?
I think he wins it.
All right, let's do Creed Humphrey. The best center. So we got the best guard in the draft, the best center in the draft. We're doing okay, guys.
We got him back to back.
There he goes. There goes Trey Smith, the guard. There goes Amari Rodgers. There goes Jadelyn Phillips. We have 1 trade offer, slide back 2 spots and gain a 5th for next year.
Do you think we can get that 5th into a 4th?
Maybe. But it all depends on who we want here. So we wanted to go edge, right? That's what we wanted. Let's just take a look at where we are with this. So Jadelyn Phillips left, but everybody else is still there.
Sure. And I wouldn't be mad at Carlos Basham or Weaver. Top three guys,
whoever you guys want. Again, Patrick Jones is a better fit for this defense, the way that Saleh runs his defense. But it's up to you guys.
Take the trade. Patrick Jones at the next pick. Parker Dugan, I love it.
So do you guys want to take this trade, slide down, and then see which edge, if Basham or Jones are there, and 2 picks?
And we'll have 66. Like, we'll go 64, then 66. So, I mean, we're right there.
Yeah, so
it
we'll have
opens up some opportunity.
Yeah, with 64 and 66, and we can look at the wide receivers and the linebackers and see who's there.
Right. Bingo.
Because the wide receivers are still deep.
Creed, then Jones. We already got Creed.
We got Creed. Let's tell you, I'll show you guys who we got. Let's just back it up. We'll take a breath for a second. So this is our draft so far. Zach Wilson, Kyle Pitts, Caleb Farley, Wyatt Davis, and Creed Humphrey. Dude, this is a slam dunk monster draft, Jimmy.
This is an AA plus so far.
Yeah. And we got a whole bunch of picks left, friends. So who do we want? You want to take the trade, guys?
I say take the trade.
I'll try to bang it up to a 4th real quick.
Yeah, let's push it for a 4th.
Nope.
What a bunch of jerks.
It's only 2 picks, so I don't know. Yeah, there's not going to be much room there. Let me throw.
I still like it.
Oh, they took it. Hey! There we go. Okay, good. All right, let's see who they took. Aim McNeil. Good. Everybody we want is still there. See that? They didn't take any of the guys we wanted.
Now you could probably double dip at edge. You could get a Carlos Basham and a Patrick Jones, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I'd like to go receiver or linebacker, though. And then we can see. What are you thinking?
Let's take a look at – I wouldn't take this trade, by the way, but let's look at receivers. Because where are we at after 66?
After 66, I think it's 60. So we got 64, 66, and then 86. So 20 picks later. Then we got 107, 123, 155, and 188 is our final pick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 picks left, guys. I say we stick with our plan, and we go edge. Who's the edge rusher you guys want?
You know my pick.
I do. So who do we want at edge, guys?
Patrick Jones.
Well, E-Rock, we didn't consider free agency for this one, but I'll tell you who we got. We got Ngakoue. So now we're gonna pair Ngakoue with with whoever we get here.
Yeah, if we did it based on your best case scenarios, that's actually
right. And we also got Joe Thuney. So we just completely revamped the center of our line. We got Wyatt Davis, Joe Thuney, McGovern in there with Creed Humphrey backing him up. We're crushing it.
Thank you, baby. That's my girlfriend. I love you.
Oh, is it? Hey, Slave to the Metal. What a great name. Is she really metal?
Oh yeah, she's hardcore.
Nice.
Like, the more hardcore screamo, the better.
Nice.
And she's an animal lover. She's got and she's gonna yell at me if I don't get this right. Okay, so she has a 6-foot black-throat monitor lizard named Vlad, and she has a 14-foot reticulated python named Lemmy, who's about 100 pounds.
Yeah.
And
wow. I was at Lemmy's last show ever.
That's who she named him after.
Yeah. So I was at his last show ever, Slave to the Metal. So that warms my heart.
Joshua Serrano, you have a good one there, sir. Well done. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You gotta love a metal chick, dude. Totally.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love metal.
She keeps you on your toes, man. She keeps you on your toes.
I bet. All right, so it's looking like Patrick Jones. Let's take a look at the linebackers. Jabril Cox. Chaz Surratt is still there. Monty Rice is still there. Charles Snowden, Tony Fields, they're all there. Derek Barnes. So, all right, let's eyeball. It looks like Patrick Jones, so I'm going to get that done.
Yeah. Jabril Cox might make it.
Let's see. Carlos Basham went right after it. Denver wants to trade up. Let me see. This is the same trade almost. Pick 87 in next year's third to slide back.
Actually,
that would give us 86 and 87. I know, man, but I think we're going to lose out on a batch of guys that we want right here. It's nice to gain a third next year, but just so we know, Jabril Cox is going. St. Brown is going. Where's the receivers? Let me show you the receivers. Tylan Wallace is still there, dude. So is Tutu Atwell and Nico Collins.
I like
Seth
Tutu.
Williams. Yeah.
Abe M has a good point. Who are we eyeing for running back in the third? Kenny Gainwell, I think. Sermon.
Gainwell, they're all there. Look at that. Gainwell, Sermon, Chubba Hubbard, they're all there. Kylan Hill.
I call him that now, thanks to you, GreenBean.
I know, dude. It's like Hubba Bubba.
I don't call him Chuba Hubbard anymore. It's Chubba Hubba.
I know. They missed an opportunity there. The parents, they got to call him Chubba. It just makes sense.
I think his classmates did, and he's a pretty stout kid, so he probably beat up a few people.
Yeah.
Name's Chuba.
Either he hates it or he's like, whatever. You know what I mean?
For real.
Call me whatever you want. So you guys want to grab? We can grab a receiver. The receivers look a bit deeper, but the linebackers are still pretty good too. I think if we're going to grab a linebacker, it would be Jabril Cox right now. If we're going to grab a receiver, depending if you want a big body, you got St. Brown, or if you want to go with the quick guys, you have a few there. Tylan Wallace and Nico Collins and Tutu Atwell are all fine with me. I love Seth Williams. He's one of my favorite receivers in the entire draft.
Mine too.
And then you still got Sage Surratt down there. You got DeMonte Cox. He's still down there. So it looks like Cox. JC. Abe, who's JC? Who's he talking about? What does that mean?
Jabril Cox.
Jabril Cox. Oh, my God, dude. Sorry, buddy. Yes, he can catch, Andy. Tutu Atwell can catch, buddy. Catches very, very good. Very well. So, all right, then we'll take Jabril Cox
in this draft.
All right, so Jabril Cox it is. Let's see what we got here. There goes Brevin Jordan, one of the best tight ends in the class, to Eric Stokes. Look at him. De'Ami Brown, Hunter Long, another great tight end. There goes St. Brown.
Joe Tryon.
Yeah. So we have look at this. So we have two trades. 86, slide down to 127 and gain next year's third. Or we can slide down to 113 and gain next year's third, but we got to give up a fifth to do so. Any interest?
I don't like either one.
Yeah, me neither. I would decline too. So wait, Prince Blunt is saying his wideout is Tamorrion Terry. I haven't looked at him at all, man. I'll get into him. Thank you for that. I haven't checked him out at all yet.
I will look him up right now.
So we got the running backs. Gainwell is still there, as is Gainwell, Sermon, and Hubbard are three of my faves. I like Kylan Hill as well, and Jarrett Patterson, but to a lesser degree. And the wide receivers, Tylan Wallace. I'd be very happy with Tylan Wallace.
2019, he looked good. 9 touchdowns, almost 1,200 yards receiving.
Who's that? Tylan Wallace?
No. Tamorrion Terry.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good numbers right there.
Career stats in 3 years. 118 receptions, 2,221 yards, 18 touchdowns. Average yards per catch is 18.8. So, I mean, not too bad of numbers for where we're at in the draft currently.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, he's not a first round, but
yeah, well, yeah. So he fits right in there. So they're asking that this is the big board, guys. I have you guys looking at the big board right now. As you can see, Tylen, who we're looking at, you still have Chaz Surratt. I'd be okay. If you guys really felt strongly about double dipping at linebacker, that would be a good move to do. He's another one. He's one of the better ones in the draft. And then there's Kenny Gainwell back down here. We might be able to. Where's our next pick? Let me see.
We could also potentially double dip at corner.
Yeah, who's there? Let me see.
Because I know I'm kind of placing everything on what you were saying. Best case scenarios. So I'm still hoping we get Richard Sherman. That would be awesome. I would love that pick. But
yeah.
Well, look,
Paulson
man, we're still there.
Yeah, Paulson Adebo, Rodarius Williams, Kerry Vincent. They're all there. That we could consider that. I think we should go receiver and running back though before we start double dipping.
Yeah, no. These guys are further down. I'm just saying, like somewhere along the line, I wouldn't mind double dipping at corner. Because remember, 2022, and I'm going to push his name every single time, is Derek Stingley Jr. out of LSU at corner. We're going to want that kid.
Yeah, and Robbie Oak has a good one, Mukamu later. I actually took him in my podcast. If you guys haven't looked at this guy, he's impressive, man. And he's going to be able to be had later. So
Parker Dugan, Polamalu, I totally agree. Polamalu,
Polamalu, love him.
Isaiah Polamalu is going to be a really good safety. He'll take some time. He'll take some time to get to his ceiling, but they'll get there.
So we still have Sean Wade, Jacoby Stevens, Divine Diablo, Paris Ford still there, Brady Breeze. Where is Polamalu? Did I miss him?
He's a safety. Oh,
yeah,
you're in safeties.
I am. Let's see.
Well, he should be in like the 170s.
Yeah, he's not there. He's gone.
Did he stay in school?
He may have, because I don't think he's gone. He would normally be gone this early. All right, so are we good with Tylen Wallace, everybody? Tylen Wallace or Kenny Gainwell or Trey Sermon? What are we thinking?
Redshirt Junior.
Looks like Wallace. Let me see. Oh, down Adebo. Yeah, he's good, man. Oh, thanks, Parker. Yeah, he's staying in school. I know Joshua. Paris Ford's a good one, man. He's a good safety.
Yep.
Wallace is going first out of the guys we're looking at. And here's the big board so you can understand. You see, so he's out of the guys we're looking at right now. Where the hell was he? Oh, Kenny Gainwell. Wasn't Tylen Wallace? Yeah, there he is. I passed him. He's not going to make it to 107. Kenny Gainwell probably isn't either, to be honest with you, but he may. So we're good with Tylen Wallace? Wallace and okay. Looks like Wallace, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Okay. There's Walker Little. Nico Collins is gone. Josh Myers is gone.
That's a good pick for Green Bay.
There goes Gainwell. There goes Gainwell. I was just looking at Talanoa Hufanga today, the safety. He's gone. Oh, we're here. So Gainwell is gone. So we have Trey Sermon, Chubba Hubbard, and Kylan Hill are still there. If you want running back, if we want to go safety, Sean Wade is dead. I think Sean Wade is going to be a steal at safety, man. That's what I think. I liked him at cornerback for most of the year. And he was making some very impressive plays this year. And then at the end of the year, he just fell off a cliff. It was crazy.
Yeah, he got exposed in the playoffs.
Yes, he did. So I think he's going to be a good safety.
That's probably why they moved him to safety, or probably why they listed him as such, to hopefully rebuild some of that draft stock.
Yeah.
What's our picks from here? So we got 107, and then what's after?
123, 155, 188. So we're in a pocket right now. So for these next
and these
couple,
are our last four.
These are our last 4 picks.
Okay.
So I think we should. I think we should really consider the running back here. It's a good place for him, and then we should go into the safety. We still have Paris Ford and Jacoby Stevens in there. So even if Sean Wade, I don't know if that's the guy you want, but even if we wanted him, he may not be there.
And where's wide receiver sitting?
You got Tutu Atwell and Seth Williams. It'd be great to come out with a big-bodied receiver like Seth Williams too. But
did we draft a receiver?
Yeah, we just did. Tylan Wallace.
I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault.
It's okay. It happens. It's hard.
I'll do better for you, chat. I'll do better for you. I agree with Prince Blunt. I think Trey Sermon right here.
Okay. So we want to go.
You guys denied me Najee Harris.
Yeah. So it looks like Sermon.
Falele. I don't even know. Yeah, I think he did because he's did a disappearing act. Yeah, it looks like Sermon, Chuba.
Here are the tackles, just so you can see. All right, so we'll grab Trey Sermon. There he comes. Tommy Tremble. There he goes. Another tackle. So there goes Sean Wade.
Sean Wade finally. Shy Smith.
Yeah. Monty Rice.
Oh, we could still get him.
Who? Who do you want?
Tutu Atwell.
Tutu Atwell. I'd be okay with that if you guys wanted to double dip at receiver. Sure. It's up to the chat. You know, Jimmy's vote is to take Tutu Atwell. Do you want to gain to 11? Don't forget, our last pick is 188. So if we want to take this offer, we slide down 3 spots and gain a 7th in an area of the draft we do not have a pick. So that's up to you guys. We have 3 left as it stands now. So let's see.
Abe M. Wallace is I don't know much about Wallace, but I know Tutu Atwell is about 5'10". But his 40 time, I think he's a sub 4.4. So I think he's in the mid 4.3s. But his 3-cone drill, like if you watch his tape, this kid is one of the shiftiest receivers coming out of this draft. Like he is insanely his one cut quickness off the charts.
Yeah. So let's see here. So Tylan Wallace is 6 foot, and Tutu Atwell is how tall is he? He's like
5'9".
5'9", right? So you know, they're different players.
But and Tutu Atwell can get lost in the frenzy in that defensive backfield. Like that's if you have your prototypical tall wide receiver, tall big body, but you have somebody small and shifty like a Tutu Atwell, they can just do weird, wonderful things across the middle of the field. I've watched him. He's no American Terry.
Yeah. Hey, look at this comment on the screen.
Jimmy's girl beware. He's falling for Tutu. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
Surratt is solid. So is Seth Williams, man. If you guys didn't check out Seth Williams yet, you should. He's impressive. He's going to be one of those mid-round receivers that blow the doors off the place. So we do need a safety. And I think it would be smart to grab one, but we could double dip, man, because let's take a look. Wait, first off, do we want to take this trade?
I think so. Give us an extra pick.
Chat okay with it?
It's only a couple spots, 3 spots.
Andy, they would have said the same thing about Tariq Hill and lots of other shifty guys. They're so fast that cornerbacks, you need the best slot corners, nickel corners to be able to stick with them because big-bodied cornerbacks can't stick with guys like that.
Yeah. I think it's pretty much unanimous. Take the trade.
All right, I'm going to take the trade. Let's see who they took. They took Austin Watkins. Quincy Roche down here. Crazy. What's he doing down here? He had a major slip. So 126. We have 126. And what did we say again? And 155. Okay. So it's up to you guys. We could take Tutu Atwell. Let's look at the wide receivers. We also have Seth Williams.
The graphic.
He's my favorite. What happened? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get that off for you. Sorry about that.
Couple my face up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good, man.
Let's see what the big board says. Tutu, look at that. Our boys are sitting up at the top of the list right now.
Please, chat.
I would go for either one of those wide receivers, but we got to look at safety too, guys. We can't. So Paris Ford, man, I'm all about Paris Ford, and
we can snag him.
And I'm all about Jacoby Stevens as well. Jacoby Stevens is really a strong safety. They have him listed as a safety / linebacker. So
okay,
he's one of those guys. He's like a poor man's Jamal Adams, but he can catch.
Well, and I don't know a whole lot about him, but what I can say is whatever they're doing down at LSU, those guys produce defensive backfield like better than almost anybody. Like Ohio State probably comes close, but LSU, they produce corners and safeties every year.
All right, so then you want to go, they're saying 2-2, then we can go safety. Yeah, I agree, Gitmo Bob. There's value there. Me personally, I would prefer Seth Williams, but I like Tutu Atwell a whole bunch, so we can do that. Anybody? We're okay with that. Looks like good. Jeff Seth Williams did right. He's exact 4.4 speed, 6'3", 210. He's in his hands, man. He's a high pointer. So I love guys like that, man. They jump up and they catch with their hands. That's why I like Denzel Mims so much. He's a hands catcher. I just don't like those guys that they're inclined to let it slide to their body, and a lot of guys do that these days.
And they lose the ball that way.
That's right. You away from your body. Believe me, I've been teaching my son how to catch since he's 2 years old. He makes fun of me if I catch the ball with my body. He's like, Dad, what are you doing? Yeah. He's a hands catcher. That's the way it should be. All right, so we'll take Tutu Atwell.
He's a hands catcher as well. So I'm not, he's has the ability to just reach real quick and pull it in.
Yeah. All right, so I took Tutu Atwell.
Stay on point. Stay on the step.
Oh, there goes Snowden. I forgot all about my boy. Damn it. Oh, here go the safeties. Look at that. Here go the safeties. There go the running backs. There goes a Debo. Oh, Seth.
We only have how many picks left? 2, right?
3, I think.
3?
Yeah, let's take a look. 55, 188, and 211 now.
3. Gotcha. Okay.
So we're good with grabbing a safety. You guys want Paris Ford or Jacoby Stevens? Or, if you want someone else, that's fine. These are the two guys.
I like Jacoby Stevens. I like Jacoby Stevens or Paris Ford.
Okay.
Either one, whatever.
Let's see what they're saying here. Ron Loizo says, well, Tutu has the better name, so.
He does.
It's funny. If
that's McMath is still out there.
Sometimes it just has to come down to that. You're like, all right, well, I like his name better. That's right, Racy McMath. And we had Tommy Tremble or whatever. So we got Paris Ford, Stevens. Let's look at the linebackers. See what we got. I can't believe there's Derek Barnes. He's still there, man. KJ Britt.
we talked about it last week, but my Boise State Broncos have a linebacker, a middle linebacker named Riley Wimpy.
Yeah, that's right. Riley Wimpy. We got a comment. I got a comment under the video this week. Somebody just said Riley Wimpy, LOL.
Yeah.
So you guys want Jacoby Stevens or Paris Ford or any other safety?
I like Jacoby Stevens, particularly at this level. I love the LSU production. Like they are a defensive backfield factory, man. They just churn these guys out.
Yeah, I know. I don't have a coin. I could just flip a coin, but we got a few for Ford too, man. 3, 4. Make sure it's not the same guy. And then Stevens looks like he's winning. All right, so let's just grab Jacoby Stevens then. I know. I don't know. I'm literally right in the middle there, but we'll take him.
Yeah, I could go either way if you're talking Stevens or Ford.
All right.
But what sold me on it is I don't like Ford trucks, so I am a Chevy guy. So Stevens.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so we didn't know that you had a conflict of interest here. we weren't aware. All right, let's look at the big board and see what we got. We can start double dipping. We can grab a tackle. See what the tackles are looking like. We can grab edge. Alaric Jackson is still there, dude.
I like him. I like Alaric Jackson.
Absolutely. Yeah, get some tackle pipeline going. Let's see the edge rushers. Chris Rumpf is still there. Yeah, we're getting into the realm where I haven't done any work on any of these guys yet.
Get Bob wants to go linebacker again.
Let's see what we got. Derek Barnes is sitting right there, dude, out of Purdue. It's well worth the pick.
Yeah, I agree with Derek Barnes.
I know, right, Josh? He wants to know if we're sponsored by Chevy. I wish, buddy. I'll take it. I own a Dodge Ram. I have a Dodge Diesel. But
I love Dodge.
Yeah, me too.
I love Dodge trucks.
I got a 2500 turbo diesel over here, pulling my rig around. One
truck.
Night in Paris Ford. That's funny, Tony.
That was a great movie. I love that movie. One Night in Paris.
Now, look, we could get Paris Ford as well, man. We need safeties, but so it really comes down to we can double dip at safety, we can double dip at linebacker, or we can get some tackle depth. Alaric Jackson is a stud.
I would go tackle at this point because this is going to be pipeline, so it doesn't really matter. Like you can switch this guy, and you guys know me. I've said that tackles don't swap sides. But you can put him where he needs to be because he'll have that time to sit and learn the position.
Yeah, exactly. There's no pressure. And if we could upgrade over Chuma Edoga as a swing, that would be good. I mean, I don't hate Chuma Edoga, man, but he's about as spotty as it gets, that guy.
It's hot and cold, dude. I need consistency out of every position.
Yeah, so if we could upgrade over Chuma Edoga for our swing tackle, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Especially down here.
Mukwamua.
Oh, yeah, let's see where he is. Hold on. We got to get that guy. Oh, look at that. Good thing you checked. He's up. We should grab him.
Let's do it.
So, but we got Alaric Jackson. We're going to lose Alaric Jackson. So we got to make let me just tell you guys, if you don't know who Mukamu is, he's an absolute stud. He's a steal in the late rounds. He's a sleeper. He's one of those guys you definitely want to be able to get. He's like Bryce Hall last year, right? But Alaric Jackson he's a stud tackle that shouldn't be sitting here right now. So we haven't grabbed a tackle yet, but it would be nice to grab Israel Mukamu.
So let's just say it's between Alaric and Israel here. So let's just say corner or say tackle. Which would you prefer?
I got to talk to my boy Mumtaz. Mumtaz, this is live. And thank you again for today. I sincerely appreciate you being there and what you did. But this one's live, buddy. So no matter what you want to do, say anything, whatever you want me to say, I'll say it. Tell me what to say, Mumtaz. I owe you, buddy. This one's live.
Oh, this is your super chat on your video then.
Yeah, that I told you about.
Much appreciated, Mumtaz. Much appreciated.
Yeah, it's my guy.
I'll get there soon. I'm gonna get there soon. We just built a YouTube channel, so
that's right. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Jimmy's YouTube channel as well. He just started one fresh, man. We're like within the first week, so we got to get over there. What is it? Jets by Jimmy?
Yeah. If you search Jets by Jimmy, it should come up, and it's a picture of me, and I'm going like this.
Yeah. There you go.
Tackle.
Let's take a look.
Tackle.
Okay. So I think let's take looking at the big board. I just want to see who's first out of those two guys. You got Jack Anderson. There's Alaric Jackson. So he's coming up before Mukamu. He's a couple before Mukamu. So we got to pick one. So we're taking the tackle, and then hopefully Mukamu will be there. Okay. So that's what we'll do.
I don't know KJ Britt. Let me look that up.
Yeah, KJ Britt. I like him a lot. He's a linebacker.
6 foot 243. All right. He's Auburn. I like Auburn prospects at linebacker. They run a hard-nosed program.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to grab Alaric Jackson out of Iowa, tackle. And let's watch for Mukamu. Come on, buddy.
They build them tough in Iowa too, man.
Yeah, they do. There goes Jack. There goes Paris Ford. Nick Eubanks, another tight end I like. Chris Rumpf is gone. Oh, there he goes. 2 picks before us.
So close.
That's a bummer. I'm sorry, man. I wish I had some sort of control. Look, to the damn Seahawks, no less. Those sons of bitches.
Yeah, because they know. They know what
they do know.
I'm telling you, Jamal Adams is going to be on his 3rd team after next year.
Yeah, they're not re-signing him, dude.
Hell no, man.
This is the year where he starts making noise in the wrong direction for them. You'll see.
Can you also imagine if they just didn't even want to deal with it and let Russell Wilson go? Can you imagine what our Seattle pick for 2022 is going to do? Oh man!
Oh my God! If Russell Wilson was not on that team this year, they're a 4-12 team, dude.
100%. No doubt. 100%. We're picking top 5 with Seattle.
That would be delightful for me, especially because we're not going to be terrible this year. All right, guys. So linebackers are looking pretty good. We have Derek Barnes sitting there. He's a very, very good linebacker. He's a middle linebacker, can probably play the strong side as well, the Sam backer. So he's pretty good. And oh no, you know what? He might be. Yeah, he's a Sam and a Mike. So I like Derek Barnes a lot. Well, let's take a look at the cornerbacks, see who's there. That really sucks about Mukamu. 2 picks, man.
Trey Brown.
Yeah, these guys, Trey Brown, right. The rest of these guys I'm not so up on. They're just names in a barrel for me right now.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, stacking the front 7, like with another linebacker, maybe a defensive tackle, is something we don't really look at a whole lot. But can go pipeline DT right now.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to grab Derek Barnes? He's the top linebacker. And then you got KJ Britt as a backup for him out of Auburn. He's another good one. But I would pick Derek Barnes over KJ Britt straight up. Does that sound good, chat? Oh, Mark Orlando, thank you for the super chat. Kelvin Joseph is a steal here. What position is Kelvin Joseph? Let me see here.
I would take Kelvin Joseph because of the super chat at this point.
Yeah, right. It's not a bad idea. Look at this thing. It says search for players, and now it does. Oh, because it's not linebackers. Hold on. This fucking search sucks. Oh, that didn't work. Let's take a look at the big board and see where Kelvin Joseph is. What position is he, buddy? It's not a name I am familiar with.
Let me look him up.
Mark Orlando talking about Kelvin Joseph. Who is he, buddy? Talk to me.
Defensive back, so he's a corner for Kentucky. Yo, he had 4 picks last year, tied for 8th in 1A.
I don't even see him, man. He's not even on the list, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah,
those stats.
He's probably gone. Right. There he is.
Oh, he's not. He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. He's not going to be up there.
No, he is. San Francisco grabbed him at 196. Kelvin Joseph. There he is out of Kentucky. So there he goes.
He played 2018, didn't play 2019, and then played in 2020.
Oh, wow. So he opted out maybe.
But 2019?
Oh, he didn't. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Well, Mark Orlando, thank you for the super chat. It is sincerely appreciated. Your boy was taken by the San Francisco 49ers at pick 196.
Okay.
You see, there's another guy for the Super Bowl as well. Thank you, Jimmy. I see that. Is Dez. Where did he go? Hold on. Dez Fitzpatrick. He had a nice game in the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, the Senior Bowl. And so anyway, but he's a wide receiver. We already double dipped there. So we thinking Derek Barnes here?
I think so. Let's build that front 7, man. Let's get some depth.
Yeah. Okay. Derek Barnes it is. There he goes.
Barnes.
See what else we got. Yeah, these guys, man. I don't know any of these guys. Mustafa Johnson, defensive tackle. I know we haven't grabbed a defensive tackle yet. Especially when we throw a 5th-round pick to the Falcons for Grady Jarrett. You'll see. Albrecht's going to get.
Like
What's
11.
that?
It was like that's because Mike McCagnon picked like 11 defensive tackles.
Yeah, dude. But listen, so did Idzik and so did Tannenbaum. Like they all picked defensive tackle over and over and over again. So that's our draft, huh? That was our last pick. I didn't realize. I thought we had one more. All right, guys. So let's take a look at what we did. I didn't realize that. So the first thing we did was we traded with the Miami Dolphins. Pick number 2, we received pick number 3, pick 18, and pick 123. They took Penei Sewell. So we had pick 8. Well, this is just how that's not real. That's just how I got pick 8 because we didn't really trade Sam Darnold. The Caleb Farley, that's part of this trade. So think about that. The Miami Dolphins trade, we got Zach Wilson and Caleb Farley out of that. We traded with the Cardinals at pick 29. They traded up to grab Tevin Jenkins. They got our 7th and grabbed Brendan James. We got pick 59, 55, and a 6th for next year. But we got Zach Wilson, Kyle Pitts, Caleb Farley, and Wyatt Davis. That's that one still. Oh, look at this. Look at this shit. Oh, so that's how they got that pick to trade with us. Interesting.
You keep the NBA trade scenario stuff out.
I know that was crazy, man. All right, so let's just do our draft. So we started with Zach Wilson. We got Kyle Pitts out of Florida at pick 8. Caleb Farley. What's that?
I said I think our first 4 picks are A+.
Dude. Out of the park. Caleb Farley, Wyatt Davis. Then we followed that up with the best center in the draft, Creed Humphrey. Yep. Then we got Patrick Jones at pick 64.
I'll say B. I'll say a B on Patrick Jones only because there are things that people are saying. There's a reason he's being dropped from these analyst perspective, but I think that he moves past all that nonsense.
Yeah, he will. And getting him at 64, this is the end of the second. So it's not bad right there. So then we ran around and got Jabril Cox, a linebacker out of LSU. Then we went and grabbed our first receiver, Tylan Wallace out of Oklahoma State.
Mm-hmm.
We filled our lead back role with Trey Sermon out of Ohio State. Then we went back to the receiver, Tutu Atwell out of Louisville. Then we grabbed Jacoby Stevens, a safety out of LSU. Got the offensive tackle pipeline started with Alaric Jackson. And then we wrapped it up with Derek Barnes, the linebacker out of Purdue. We were able to grab a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th for next year. So that gives us 3 5ths, 4 6ths next year. Or no, it's 3 6ths, 3 5ths for next year. Not too shabby. And one more trade. We did trade back with the Baltimore Ravens, and that's how we got pick 211 out of the deal. So, what do you guys think, man? How you feeling about this one?
I'd like to hear what letter grade would you put on this, GB?
Oh, I'm A all day. The top 4 picks are, this is a crushing. I think the top 7 picks. Well, wait, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The top 7 picks are absolute slam dunks, in my opinion.
I agree.
Starters. Tylan Wallace is also in that same category, man. I mean, we have day one starting types, if not contributors in their first season in the NFL. These are Trey Sermon is also.
Yeah, he's going to start.
Dude, we have almost an entire draft of contributors right here. The only one I don't see contributing significantly would be Alaric Jackson and maybe Derek Barnes.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a chance to start because our linebackers are so weak right now.
I mean, it depends on what happens with Onwuasor and Mosley.
Yeah, I mean, Onwuasor, I think we're going to let bounce. He's a free agent. We're just going to let him bounce. We signed him. He did nothing. We're going to let him go, in my opinion. But C.J. Mosley, I think the best thing we could have done was bring in an inspirational, motivating defensive mind like Salah. So, I mean, I think it's best case scenario because playing for Gase obviously was not something that C.J. Mosley was all that psyched about. Right. So I think if there's any chance for him to come back and be what we want him to be, we got the coach for it.
Well, and I also think that being able to see what C.J. Mosley is going to be able to do, COVID actually helped us in this respect as well because he's only going to cost us $7.5 million this year. So we can see, if he's still got it. If he doesn't have it, it only costs us $7.5 million, and then we can move on in the offseason. Yeah.
So let's take a look at what the chat is saying. So
A+, all right.
A+. What a draft. Joe Douglas type draft. It's good to see we can still get the trade downs if we take Wilson. Absolutely, Robbie. Too bad we can't. Well, we can trade up, get Mo Bob. We can. If you want to try that next week, I'll put that in the poll on YouTube. I'll put that in the poll to see if you guys want to consider that like a trade up draft. We're going to aggressively try to trade up. We can figure out how we want to do that. So yeah, that's not a bad idea. Luke McKay likes it. Joe Corsello likes it. First 6 picks are home runs, if you ask me, from Joe Montori. Jude Jets, you're in here, buddy?
Hey, Jude.
That's right. You guys remember Jude Jets, right? If you haven't subscribed to Jude Jets channel, you really should. It's Jets News, I think it is. Right, Jude? Make sure I understand that. Just write it in the comments. It's Jets News, I think it is. But he's the best, man. He's legit.
There he is.
John M. Yeah, what do you say? It's Jet News? Let me see.
It says Jude Jets in the chat, but
yeah.
I was actually on one of his videos about 2-3 days ago and was chatting with him.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's great. He's wise beyond his years, in my opinion.
Oh, he knows his
Paul
stuff.
Paul Saga says that's a lot of rookies. Yeah, it is. Good. We can get rid of some of these old heads, man. Fun draft from Terry Monroe. Great draft from Gary Peters. Fire draft from Parker Dugan. A great draft. What's our grade? From Prince Blunt. You give me the grade, buddy. This was great. I really like Joe Tryon highlights. Yeah. Abe, I agree. Can't wait till next Monday from Gitmo Bob. A+ from Joshua Serrano. Good night, Mr. Bean. Good night to you, Big Green. Mosley wasn't worried about COVID. He wasn't beat for G. I agree, Tony G. I mean, I'm not going to say he wasn't worried about COVID, but I think the situation with the Jets definitely helped him make the decision easier. That's what I would say. Tom Brady better watch out with a draft like this. That's right, man.
Tom Brady better watch out 100% of the time, all the time, every time.
That's right. We got to get that damn guy. This was fun, Finkelstein. Solid A. This would be fantastic, guys. Makes you think we could turn it around sooner than later. And this is the thing, man. Bean for GM. There you go, Big Green. But this is the thing, guys. It's not as complex as we've been making it look for the past decade. Like, not to say that Joe Douglas is gonna nail every pick. That's not real. But it does not have to be. Do you realize that most of McCagnon's drafts, the players were out of the league in 3 or 4 years? Out of the league. Yeah. Dude. Like, how can you be? It's hard to actually be that bad. It's actually harder to suck like we've sucked. Here's real quick. Here's Jude Jets channel. It's New York Jets News on YouTube. Please go and stop by and give that man a sub. He's legit, dude. He's a real YouTube channel. He's got great things to say. And
he's a Marvel fan because I love seeing all the background pictures of all the Marvel stuff, dude. He's a kid right after my own heart. I love it. Yeah.
Jude Jets is the real deal. You got to go check him out. Not sure how realistic all the trades are, but it was fun. And I'll give you that, Gitmo Bob, but I'll tell you what, the trades are in the pocket of reality. This is the kind of stuff, maybe not exactly, but nothing was too unrealistic. And I would happily say it. You know, I don't want to make it too easy for us.
Well, and like I said, it's not necessarily, you know, there's a couple instances where maybe the team that was selected for these algorithm trades wouldn't actually do it. The team wouldn't, but these aren't trades that wouldn't really happen. These are definitely some things that would happen around draft time.
Absolutely.
Especially because you also have to remember, like, these guys, when they're making these mid-round trades, they're on the clock, man. You have about 4 minutes to decide what's happening and how to get it done. So a lot of these things are just slamming a hard offer in right there so that you can just get it done and move on. So you keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like in my podcast this week, which hopefully all you guys will go listen and give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. But in the podcast this week, I actually really talk about that. Like, I try to do a best case scenario off season, and I kept to the actual dollars and cents of it all. And I was like, you know, it's not as easy as you think to do everything you want to do. You think I'm going to get this guy, and you can't. And you can't do that. Then you go into the draft and you have this idea, and somebody else decided to take your guys before you got there. And it's not as easy as you think it is when you hold yourself to the realistic parameters that these guys are held to. It takes a lot, man. So that's why I'm so happy we got Joe Douglas.
In real life, it's not an algorithm. It is each individual human mind working towards the betterment of their team. Except for the Houston Texans, those guys just absolutely suck.
And then you have and then you have guys like the Raiders doing shit that makes no sense. Like, what? Like taking Cleveland Farrell at 4. Like, what are you doing? So you have people throwing sticks in the spokes as well. So Joshua Serrano wants to know one more time, Jimmy, if you could plug everybody to your new YouTube page. Anything else that you have as well, please.
So I just created the YouTube channel. In fact, last night I was having some back pain and I couldn't sleep. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make my YouTube channel. I've been putting this stupid thing off for so long, and I have no idea why I was putting it off. You can search in YouTube for Jets by Jimmy, all one word. you'll see a picture of me, and I have my introductory video where I thank Mr. GreenBean here, and I shout him out. I shout out my buddy CJ at Weapons Hot for giving me this start, and I'm really looking forward to taking this journey with you guys, all of you, together. You know what I mean? And I have some videos planned over the next few days. I'm gonna do a little more in depth because it's really hard. Like in the Facebook groups, it's really hard to like type out why we shouldn't take stool or something like that, or maybe that some of the intensity doesn't get passed on through text. So I'm going to be making a video. I'm going to be making a video about Darnold. But yeah, Jets by Jimmy, one word. I'd greatly appreciate you guys helping me get up. We're looking for 100 subs so I can get the actual URL, and that's my first goal.
That's right. That's a good goal, man. Get them up to 100 subs. But I think, guys, that'll just about do it for tonight. Like I always do, I'm going to post this on Instagram and Twitter tomorrow so you guys can see it. If you don't know where I am on Instagram and Twitter, on Instagram, I am GreenBean, the Jets fan, but it's weird. GreenBean _the_ Jets fan, one word. At Twitter, I'm just at Bean the Jets fan. And you can go on there and see all my musings and ravings and all that sort of stuff. But like I said, tomorrow I'll post the results of our draft and talk you guys up about how much fun it was. Because this one was a blast, man. I think we rocked this draft.
Oh, we killed it. And this is an A+ draft. I agree with Chad. This one. Donker Sloot, have a great night, GB and Jimmy. Thanks, man. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
And one last thing. If you haven't subbed to my channel, please do. It takes about 1 second to do it, and it changes everything for us on this side. Please like and subscribe. And with that, I will say have a good night, everybody. I could not be more grateful for all you guys in here. Jimmy, thank you for being a part of this. I appreciate your presence, dude. You're making it better, and I thank you.
I love working with you, man. I think we have a good thing going here, dude. And I've been having a blast.
Yeah, me too. All right, one last. Big Green. I'm gonna send you my email is just greenbeanjetsfan@gmail. I'll put it right here. There it is.
I can put the link to my channel, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're allowed. Check and see if you're allowed. Sometimes it doesn't let you do links. But there's the link to my email if you guys ever want to chat with me. I check it usually at least once a day, but not always. I have like literally 6 emails, so I don't always get to them. But yeah, man. So go ahead, try to put that up there. If not, that is what it is.
Oh, my God. We just doubled. I'm up to 16, so we've already doubled.
There you go. See that? Thanks, guys. Yeah, you get it. You get it done. These guys are the best. Jets fans are the best, dude. Jets fans are the best. So,
I don't have the link. Because it will send you like my ownership link of the channel. So
yeah.
If you search Jets by Jimmy, one word, it'll come up.
You'll get there. All right, guys. Well, listen, thank every single one of you. This was a blast. Like I said, I'll post it up there in the morning. Like and subscribe. Click my affiliate links if you want help with any of the research that I've done. That helps me out as well. But that said, have a good night, everybody. We will see you next Monday for another version of this mock. I love Jets fans. You name one other organization that deals with the shit that we deal with and is still this passionate. Sure, you got the little segments, the dog pound. But look at the Patriots fans. They just had 20 years of there are kids, there are 20, 21-year-old, 25-year-old people in this world that are Patriots fans who have never known losing. Never in their entire lifetime. They were born into this Belichick-Brady thing, and they have consistently won. They've won 6 Super Bowls. They've been to 9 or whatever it is. And then when they didn't get in there, they were the AFC Championship game or the semifinals or whatever. And what happens the year that Tom Brady leaves? Dude, you have droves of people leaving the Patriots. These are diehard Pats fans. This is what they have. Diehard Pats fans going to be Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. Why? Because I'm a fucking fan of Tom Brady. Bullshit. What is that?